Hi guys. So today there was a contest on AdCoder, HHKB programming contest, and I got to know after half an hour. I did not give the contest. I am seeing the problems now, and I can tell you the solutions for some of the problems. And problem number E, I am thinking about it. It looks easier than problems D. Sorry. So problem E also I'll make a video. So if you're a beginner, problem A won't even be a difficult thing for you, even if you're a beginner. Basically, problem A states that you can do it. You don't even have to, I don't have to bother about it actually. You can do this by yourself. Everything is already given in the question. You have to just type it, that's all. So problem A is very, very simple. Problem B, we're given a matrix. The matrix can contain only two types of characters, that is dot and hash. Dot means a tidy square, hash means untidy, and we have to place a matrix such that any two horizontally or vertically adjacent tidy squares, uh, you can place only on those two. Only those two adjacent tidy squares. We have to calculate how many ways we can, uh, how many options we have to put the matrix. This is also a brute force problem. Just count how many adjacent tidy squares are there. First, you do it row wise and then you do it column wise because you can place it horizontally or vertically. So just check for adjacent tidy matrices. That is, how many adjacent characters are having the character symbol dot. Do this row wise and column wise and then add the answer. So this also is brute force. You can do it because maximum limit is 100 only. And problem B was that. I hope everyone can solve it. Problem C, we are given a sequence and we have to tell for each I from 1 to n minimum non-negative integer which is not equal to any of the numbers p1 to pi. Okay, so let us understand the problem statement with the test case. The given numbers are 1, 1, 0, 2. So how to start? For first case, when I is equal to 1, the smallest non-negative integer that is not present until now is 0. Similarly, when we come here, smallest non-negative integer not present is again 0 only because there is no 0 until here. But now there is 0 in the third element. So should we print 1? No, because until this, which is the non-negative integer smallest that is not present, 1 is already present. So now we'll check for 2. So 2 is not present, we'll print 2. Now 1, 1, 0, 2. 2 is present, so we'll print 3. So let us take this example. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0 is not present until 1. So we'll print 0 for all these 5 terms. Then 0 is present. So which number to print now? Now we have to print the smallest number that is not present. Smallest number not present will become 6. How to get this number? Well, we have to first keep a set and keep storing all the elements that we come across, okay? And then we have to check which element is not present. But the key part is every time should we start with 0 because we want to find smallest integer, non-negative integer. Should we always start with 0 only? No, we don't have to start with 0. Otherwise, if we start with 0, it will become O of n square, and O of n square is very bad. Okay, so we don't have to start with 0. How are we going to do this problem? Let us keep a set. Okay, we will keep inserting elements in the set. Let us keep a variable called num. Initially, num is equal to 0. Now, if num is equal to a of I, now I am doing this. Okay, I am starting to check from num plus 1. Every time this condition is true, I am going to check from num plus 1. Is that element present in the set? If it is not, print that element, break out. And every time equate j to num. Because you're not going to start from 0. You're not checking from 0 every time. You're going to check from the updated value. That is this. That is why all the test cases will pass. It is not O of n square because you're not starting from 0 again. If this condition is not true, then keep printing num only. So in this case, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, until then it will print 0. But when 0 comes, now it is going to find for the smallest element not present, which is 6. Then 6 will be printed, 6 will be printed. Now 6 has occurred. Now the smallest element not present is going to be 8. So 8 will be printed, 8 will be printed. So zeros, 5 zeros, 3 sixes, 2 8s. But the most important point is it is not going to be O of n square. It is rather going to have some kind of logarithmic time, I would say. It is not going to start with 0. Don't start checking with 0 again. Start checking from the previously updated. That is where you stopped checking. From there you start checking. So this is the solution to problem C. Problem number E also, the question is, the statements and all are similar to B. And I think I've done some kind of question before, like this only. Modulo and all is there. I'll try this question, and if I get it, I'll make a video on problem number E. Problem number D, I saw, but I did not make any sense of it. Maybe it's some coordinate geometry, I don't know. I have not done such kind of problems. But I hope you understood problem C. If you are getting TLE, this is how you remove TLE. You should not start checking with 0. You should check with the previously checked element from the next point. So this is the solution. I have made some videos on my current internship test process experiences. I have made videos on sliding window and other programming contests also. Please subscribe to my channel and share my videos with your friends. It might benefit them. And that's all. Like my work if you really like it. Like my videos. And I'll see you next time. Bye.